Coach, the usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yellow on the line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
They all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
64, weak.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, it's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 88. 56, right there, 56. Here we go.
The first carry now for Benny Snell. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now Snell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change direction.
Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I got you. 20. 44's mine. 44's mine.
Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be second down from the 21 and 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
What we got?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's third down.
9 yards to go. Yellow. Check 55, Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Collect. 55.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Steelers.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A run for Snell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A 4-yard loss on the play. Second and goal at the Chiefs.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
With the score, Chiefs 6, Steelers 2.
Look, Katie. Check 56. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
On second down now, Muhammad. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be fourth and goal.
1-yard line.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Joseph is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Second and 3.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards, first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. First and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The 47-yard line.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Throwing on second and 8. Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Sunday on Sunday on Sunday on Sunday.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Ready, 58, come on. I'm here all day.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
56, Greg. Let's go.
From the 45 on second down, Newton. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. I
think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Frank Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Motion. Watch 10. It's out.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt. An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a... And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start. I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger, and this time it cost them 2 points. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route. With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception? Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Newton on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say? Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Crunch time, defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chiefs take over first and 10
Bring it up.
at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second and 9, Newton. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You got tight right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And the Steelers.
Watch the screen.
Now Newton on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On first down, it's Newton. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Mike, 58, right there.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Easy.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow. Argelati. Get him. My time.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mahomes will try again on second down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 17, Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 7-yard line.
Yellow.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Operating from the gun. Newton. Washington's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Rudolph going tough. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
That's caught inside the 20. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. This is caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Second down and goal. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And all the Chiefs have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Mahomes now on first down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The ball comes out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment usually.
So for the Steelers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another